Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me in Transformation Tuesday. If you are here with me live, please say hello in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, please do the same. Always love to know who is joining me. I'm Liz Forrest. I am a Master Shamanic teacher of over 25 years, sharing these Toltec practices and tools of personal freedom as I've learned them and given permission to pass them on. And I've been doing that for a lot of years now, passing them on in different settings and groups and classes and workshops and power journeys online, in person, all different ways. And I have traveled a lot and have met a lot of people and really incredible people. People that have come to me through word of mouth, people that have met me along the way somewhere, that have been interested in learning this path. Also, people who also teach, like I do, this path and many others. And I'm always interested in what people are learning and sharing that help us all to be more conscious and aware and awake and to create our own personal freedom in our lives. Be unhooked and at peace with our past so we can be fully in the present. So thank you for joining me today. And what I'd like to do today is offer you a reading that is a reading that I review for myself pretty regularly. One of the big concepts, one of the big teachings of this path, the Toltec path, is about being authentic. It's a word that I use, my teachers use, to be authentic, to be our authentic selves, which means that we take off all the masks and we lay down all the pretend ways that we think we should be or that somebody else might want us to be, and all the things that I'm sure you already know and are aware of. To be our most authentic self, to be who we are, to be real, not to be afraid, to be ourselves and show ourselves, expose ourselves, our true hearts, our thoughts, our love to the world. And so today I want to pass on this reading by two women, Karen Casey and Martha Vansberg, that speaks to that in a really beautiful way. So I'll ask you to, if you like, to close your eyes if that helps you absorb more of the words. That's a great way to do it. If you don't need to do that, you can just simply concentrate on my voice, and I will share this reading with you. That is a really important guide to be authentic, to be your true self. In all the world, there's no one like you or like me. Even identical twins are not wholly alike. The sum of genetic information, experience, learning, desire, and memory that makes up each individual is absolutely unique. At any given moment, we represent that sum, and the next moment, the sum is different. It follows that each of us is best in the world at one thing: being ourselves. To let go of competition with others is to release within ourselves the creative energy to be the best we can. We need never stop growing. The task of developing our individuality lasts our whole life. Fortunately, it's an absorbing task and one that each one of us happens to be uniquely suited for. To be ourselves in the world is a glorious thing. I'm going to say that again. To be ourselves in the world is a glorious thing. We should stretch our spirits so that we inhabit our lives fully and learn all we can. Let this day be my teacher and my mirror. I love that so much. So many of what the women bring up in there, that this is, nobody else can be who we are. Nobody else is as unique as us, all us individuals, because that's what we are. And that's the only task at hand, is to be ourselves. To be ourselves. It really links with what we were talking about last week about creativity and what that is for you. To step into our courage. It takes courage to allow ourselves to be seen and heard. And I really encourage all of us to check in with ourselves and give ourselves that opportunity and that gift to be exactly who we are. And also to give everybody else that gift as well. So I'm going to leave you with a little assignment, we could say, a little assignment, if you're interested in exploring this further for yourself. I too am born and grown to be this thing only, to be Liz in the world. So you can take that down for yourself and write it in your journal if you like. Okay, I'll say it slow. I too am born and grown to be this thing only, to be, and then your name, in the world. I too am born and grown to be this thing only, to be Liz in the world. And you put your own name in there and put it in your journal. Put it up somewhere where you can see it. So in those moments when you're feeling maybe not as confident in expressing yourself, sharing yourself, telling the truth, being your most authentic self, remind yourself of that line. You're born and grown to be you, to be exactly as you are. With no big standards on yourself, no judgments on yourself, no criticisms on yourself. No, simply showing up in that moment exactly as you are. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I wish you a beautiful week. And again, I'll remind you to check in with yourself and remind yourself that this is the only task at hand, to be you, to be your most authentic, real, beautiful self, and offer that out to yourself and to the rest of the world. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week right here in Transformation Tuesday. All my love.